Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here at the most eastern part of Switzerland and I want to say a very warm welcome from the city of Chur. And we're here for a very special trip today. We are going on a ride with the Bernina Express today, which is, beside the Glacier Express, one of the most beautiful train rides of Switzerland. The journey from the city of Chur, where we are starting our journey, to our destination, Tirano, is about 4 hours and 15 minutes with the Bernina Express train. And in 2008, the UNESCO decided to declare those tracks of the Bernina Express as a World Heritage Site. So I'm pretty excited how this trip is going to be. On the website it is advertised one of the two major train rides to do here in Switzerland, besides the Glacier Express train. So let's get started and head to the train. Chur itself is located in a valley in the Alps and has a really beautiful surrounding. In order to ride on the Bernina Express train, you have to have a normal ticket, and as well you have to have the Bernina Express reservation, which is a 16 Swiss franc extra on top of the regular fare that allows you to ride on the Bernina Express train. I'm not sure how crowded it's going to be today. I booked it quite last second yesterday and there were a lot of open seats, so I don't think it is too crowded today. Better for me, so let's get on board. So here you have a panorama coach of the second class of the Bernina Express. And as I'm still having my Swiss Halbtags ticket, I booked first class as I'm saving 50% with my Swiss Halbtags. Here it's right now the first class, and I'm pretty curious how it is from the inside and how it differs from the Gotthard Panorama Express. On our way today, we are going over 196 bridges, traveling through 55 tunnels, and we have a graduate of up to 70 per mil of climbs. So one more thing before we go on board. My name is Michael. This channel is called The Bavarian Globetrotter here on YouTube, which is pretty much just me traveling around the world or my home province. So if you do like those videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and let us grow this into a bigger community. Tag along if you want to see more train videos or hiking videos or whatever kind of stuff about traveling is on my channel. So I would like to see you around, and if you want to subscribe, I will be grateful. And maybe there's one thing I should point out as well. The Bernina Express does not belong to the SBB, it belongs to a different rail company in Switzerland, to the Rhätische Bahn. So far it seems that I only have 2 other passengers in the train or in my carriage so far. Maybe there are coming other passengers along the way, but right now this one is pretty much all empty, so I'm happy about this. And finally it's now time for boarding, as we have 5 minutes till our departure, so I will get to my seat now. So everybody, we are now inside the first class carriage of our journey today. You can see it is in a 1-2 configuration with the seats facing each other. It's pretty luxurious and roomy in here, so it will be a great ride. Coming to the seat itself, it is a leather seat with armrests and a table in the middle that can carry all your stuff. One thing that I see missing here are power outlets, but maybe we will have an explanation where they are here. I haven't found them so far. If I compare this carriage to the Gotthard Panorama Express carriage, this one is not that luxurious than the one on the Gotthard Panorama Express, but I think there is a reason why. So let's now go to our seat and settle down until our train will depart here from the city of Chur.
This is where our route separates from the line going to Chur.
Into our carriage here, and I changed seats to the far end of the carriage just to give the people in the front a bit more privacy, and as well that I can talk to you guys without disturbing others. So far it is quite different than the Gotthard Panorama Express, as the carriage is different. It is a very short wheelbase. I think because of the curves we have to go up the mountain. We are going 1,753 meters up to the highest point of the route, and after that we will descend over 1,800 meters down into Tirano. If we now have a look into the carriage itself, you can see it has 6 panorama windows each side. And at the end of the carriage you have space for your luggage as well, that you can have your legs free in front of your seat. The views that you get out of this carriage are spectacular. These are pretty similar to the Gotthard Panorama Express, although this one is not as luxurious as the Gotthard Panorama Express carriage was. As we are still on a low altitude, I will be surprised how the scenery is going to change as soon as we start climbing up the mountain. As I said earlier, we have climbs with a graduate of over 70 per mil, so that's quite a lot. If you compare this to the Gotthard Panorama Express train, this one has a maximum graduate of 24 per mil, so we have almost 3 times steeper climbs than this one. But first of all, let's have a look outside the window into the beautiful province of Albula.
The deep cutting in the rock in front of us marks the Via Mala Gorge. The road along here goes through the San Bernardino tunnel towards the Ticino. Albula and Bernina stretches of the Rhaetian Railway have been added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. This means that the Rhaetian Railway is only the 3rd railway in the world to receive the World Heritage label. For 122 wonderful kilometers from Thusis to Tirano, the line takes us over 196 bridges, through 55 tunnels, and past 20 communities. In a few moments, the Bernina Express will cross over the 89-meter-high Thusis viaduct. The arch spans 42 meters over the Albula River.
As well on this train there is as well onboard service with snacks and drinks that you can buy at the cabin attendant. And as well there is a page where you can find souvenirs that you can buy for the Bernina Express.
The Bernina Express team would now like to welcome guests who have just boarded the train. Tiefenkastel is an ancient crossroads for traffic heading for the Julia Pass, the Albula Pass, and also for Lenzer Heide. It also has a lovely Baroque church dating back to 1697.
So far it's a great trip here on the Bernina Express, and I really recommend it to everybody else who likes train travels. It is one of the best scenery I have seen so far, and I'm just in this journey for about an hour. So I have 3 hours and 15 minutes left to go, and we are not even as high as we will end up to. So big thumbs up to the Bernina Express train as we are climbing up the... So just some short informations on our route today. We have started in the city of Chur at an elevation of 500 meters above sea level. We will climb up to the highest point of the Albula and Bernina route at 2,253 meters, which equals out to 7,391 feet. After this, we are descending into the city of Tirano, which is about 480 meters above sea level.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through and through.
We right now made it through the Albula tunnel, which was opened in 1903 and is over 5,500 meters long. And right now we are in a side valley of the Engadine, and we are pretty much not quite in the middle of our trip. We have 2 hours and 40 minutes to go, and so far I'm just speechless how great this experience is.
We have now arrived in the Engadine, and the first village is Lago. Here our train meets the Rhaetian Railway's Engadine line, which connects Chur hourly with Panorama. We go on up the valley towards Lago.
So, right now, after Pontresina, we have changed from the Albula line to the Bernina line, and this one is taking us up to the mountains to an altitude of 2,253 meters above sea level. So this is the only railway crossing of the Alps that has this altitude, and as well is an open crossing, so no tunnel at the top.
If visibility is good, the ice flow of the Mortarach glacier can be seen. Its source lies behind in the Bernina Massif, and our train is named after its highest peak, the 4,049-meter Piz Bernina.
We are just tackling the last great climb before the top of the pass. As we leave the covered gallery, look on the right-hand side and you will see Lai Pitchen, which is Romanish for little lake, and Lai Naia, which is black lake. After that, you can see the dam wall at the end of Lago Bianco. That's Italian for white lake. The lake's pale greenish color is caused by water flowing in from the glacier.
No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Right now at our highest point of our route today at 2,253 meters above sea level. Right to our right you can see the Lago Bianco, or the White Lake, which has its name because of the water that flows down from the glacier into the lake. Which is as well protected by the UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, and you see why. Isn't that beautiful?
Had a few kids, bought a new house, promised you heaven, but it never did work out. Got a new job and moved uptown. I bought you everything you never got.
Lake Palu is below Alpgrund station, where you will also find the hydroelectric power station. It is built on the first of 5 different levels, and it produces electricity by the company Rhaetian.
All the different phases and the reasons to make it all worthwhile. My best kept secret is I never loved you quite enough.
On leaving the popular resort of the Plaza, we now follow the banks of Lake Poschiavo, 2.5 kilometers long and 1.5 wide. The train follows a very picturesque route beside the lake and takes advantage of the old road route. The lake is of natural origin. Following a post-ice-age rockfall, huge masses of stone and debris blocked the valley exit and dammed up the water. We are now approaching Lago.
In Lago, we are travelling through the 3rd section of the Poschiavo Valley. The landscape changes completely. Over a high dry stone wall that stabilizes the slippery terrain, our train once again makes the steep descent to Bruzio.
You can see right here, we are doing a 180 degrees turn. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful scenery right here? Here you can see the full train of ours in full glory.
Circular viaduct in Bruzio. This construction again makes a loop to lose or gain height. like the spiral tunnels after Bergün. The igloo-like stone mounds below were once used for storing wine and cheese.
Here you can see the viaduct of Bruzio in its full length. Great! Here it is, there we are going round and making a U-turn. So it's a 360 degrees curve. And right now we are passing under the same railroad where we have been on a couple of seconds ago. The famous viaduct of Bruzio. So, speaking about the food and drink option on this train, it is quite limited, to be honest. They are offering a cheese board where you can as well add a sausage to it. They have some salty crackers, some sweet crackers, and as well, this is pretty much it. And then they are serving just hot and cold drinks. They are serving beer and as well sparkling wine. But yeah, it's not that there is a restaurant car on board or something. To plan your trip, there are 2 trains running daily on both directions marked as Bernina Express. I was on the second one, leaving at 1:30 p.m. in Chur and arriving just before 6 p.m. into the city of Tirano, so basically perfect for dinner. And this is what I'm going to do when I'm arriving as well. I would go to my hotel. Afterwards I'm going to have some typical Italian dinner, and maybe I show you what I got. But right now we're making our final descent into Tirano after a beautiful 4.25 hours of a train travel. So let's get the last section over and we will see you in Tirano.
Passing the pilgrim church of Madonna di Tirano, we reach the last stage of our journey, Tirano in Bernina, the end of the UNESCO World Heritage Line, Albula and Bernina. Thank you for travelling with us, and we look forward to seeing you again. Arrivederci.
Hello everybody, we are right now almost at the end of our trip today with the Bernina Express train. We left the stations of Valposchiavo and Le Prese already behind us, and our next stop will be Tirano. We are right now following Lake Valposchiavo, and so I just wanted to sum up the experience I had on this trip today. In my opinion, this is by far the best train trip I've ever done so far. So much beautiful scenery, so many different types of scenery as well. And it's even, well, undescribable how beautiful the area up at Alp Green and the peak is. So I highly recommend doing this trip on your own. Go on the website of the Rhätische Bahn or Rhaetian Railways and book yourself a seat on the Bernina Express. Right now, I hope you do enjoy this video. I had a blast making it. And if you do like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It's free, you can help me out a lot, and let's grow this channel into a bigger community. So right now I just wanted to say thank you for watching as always, and until next time, keep on exploring.